Actually, the topic which we are going to start with, evolution and genetics, I think I did tell you, people say fossil evidence is difficult. You have already done. How difficult it is, that you can tell me. I think evolution and genetics is difficult. The reason is that lot of terminology that you have, in one sentence you will have, if there is present an autosomal recessive, lethal, sublethal. Irony is that even in the graduation and post graduation, biology, zoology, botany, even they are not explained properly what is gene and what is allele. So, understanding terminology is the most crucial thing, and that is why we start with terminology. पहले तो मेरे को ये बताओ कि what is the difference between living and non living? यार इतने सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं, मेरे को कुछ नहीं सुन रहा, वो तो मैंने बताया था. Actually, people say growth, Himalayas are still growing. People say movement, when tsunami moves, everything moves. People say respiration or digestion, all these are only chemical actions. ठीक है ना? HCl डाल के देख लो हथेली में, पता लग जाएगा living है कि non living. Only one thing that is there, it is reproduction. Living beings can create their likes, non living cannot. ठीक है? Here we have to start with the cell. Evolution and genetics, the basics is cell, and I would like that after knowing this terminology, you watch 3 or 4 videos, YouTube, anywhere. One is cell structure and 2 on cell division, mitosis and meiosis. We may not need in anthro, but you may need in general studies also, and to stabilize your concepts, terminology we are doing. Conceptually you will be stronger after watching those. Cell is there, cell division, mitomeiosis, and you can also see protein synthesis. Protein synthesis. So, to begin with, all living beings comprise of living cells. There are many structures in the cell. You call organelle. If an organ is small, you call it organelle. So, there are many. Most important for us is the one in the middle, that we call nucleus. Within the nucleus also there are many structures. Of our interest are thread-like structures, chromosomes. Why do we call them chromosomes? बड़ी कलरफुल होती हैं. कौन सा कलर होता है? When for the first time they were analyzed, these were analyzed under microscope during cell division, these appeared pale yellow. All other structures, they appeared transparent. So, hence the name chromosome colored body. A chromosome comprises of genes. Genes are present one after the other, linked to each other. One after the other, linked to each other, and the structure that we see is the thread-like structure, chromosome. Now, this point is important, linked to each other. The reason is, when we will talk about Mendelism, third law is the law of independent assortment, where he says genes are independent of each other. The fact is, genes are not, they are present linked to each other one after the other. That means, the basic premise of that principle is wrong. Genes are present one after the other, linked to each other, and the structure that we see is a thread-like structure. Each species has a definite number of chromosomes, and that number we represent by the English letter 2n, n number of pairs. Actually, it is not true. There are 2 types of living beings, one we call prokaryotes and second is eukaryotes. Prokaryotes do not have in pairs, only eukaryotes have, and means higher living beings you can say. The number we represent by 2n or n number of pairs. Every being has 2n number of chromosomes, n number of pairs. In man, n would be 23. So, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and that we divide into two categories. 22 pairs we call autosomes, and 23rd pair but before that the genes present on 22 pairs are called autosomal. Third pair is sex chromosomes and the genes present are called sex linked. Sex linked. Autosomal, on any of those 22 pairs of autosomes, sex linked, any of the two. In the case of autosomes, the two members of each pair, they resemble each other. They are identical. Means, whatever genes are present here, the same genes are present here, the same number, the same sequence, identical. And such chromosomes, such pairs we call homologous pairs. In each pair, in 22 pairs of autosomes, each pair is homologous. In each pair, two members, they resemble each other. Pair number 1 homologous, 5 homologous, 21 homologous, 22 homologous. But 23rd pair, X and Y, X is about 1/3 the length of Y, 3 times the length of Y. X is about 3 times the length of Y. Longer a chromosome means comprising of more number of genes. Shorter chromosome means comprising of lesser number of genes. So, in the case of females, you have both the axes, X and X. So, 23rd pair also is homologous. In the case of males, 1x, 1y, 23rd pair is non-homologous. In the case of males, 22 pairs of autosomes homologous, 23rd is not. In the case of females, all the 23. If we arrange these chromosomes according to their length, I told you longer the chromosome means comprising of more number of genes. These chromosomal pairs, they have different lengths. Arranging them according to their length, pair number 1, 2, 3 are the longest or largest, whatever you want to call. 1, 2, 3, slightly smaller, pair number 4 and 5, slightly smaller, pair number 6 to 12 and X, further smaller, pair number 13 to 15, further smaller 16 to 18, further smaller 19, 20, and the smallest 21st, 22nd and y. Y amongst the smallest and x amongst the third largest. That shows the total difference that can be between different sizes of chromosomes. Oh, I will tell you a bit about cell division also before I continue with this terminology, though you will be studying it in detail. One is mitosis. In simple terms, if we talk about the number of chromosomes during cell division, it doubles. During mitosis, the number of chromosomes doubles, each chromosome giving a duplicate, a replica. 2n becomes 4n, and then there is a split in the middle. A cell divides into 2. So that the daughter chromosome, daughter cell has the same number of chromosomes originally present in the mother cell. In the mother cell originally 2n, each daughter cell will have 2n. Chromosome number doubles, then there is a split in the middle. So, in GS they can ask you what is the function of mitosis genetically. Genetically, to keep the number of chromosomes constant in every cell of an individual. This is the way actually our cells, they take birth, they mature, they grow old, they are worn out and replaced by the new cells again. Like in GS they ask what is the total lifespan of RBCs. Kitna? 120 days. That way. So, function of mitosis is to keep the number of chromosomes constant in every cell of an individual. In genetics, more important is meiosis. Meiosis is also called reduction division. Again, I told you for details you will see the videos. In brief, for you to understand, here the chromosome number does not double. Each pair, the two members, they arrange themselves in the middle. Symbolically representing 4, which is take it as 22 and 23rd. ये मेल के फीमेल के क्रोमोसोम मेल एक्स वाई non homologous, arrange themselves in the middle and then two members of each pair start moving to the opposite direction. This one will move this side, that one this side, like this. The two members, they move to the opposite direction. This process is called disjunction. Junction means joining, dis means separating. So that these cells, they will have 22 plus x and these cells will have 22 plus y. Wherever any doubt, Ask me again.
सर ये सब न्यूक्लियस के अंदर हो रहा है.
न्यूक्लियस तो डिसॉल्व हो जाता है. फाइन. This is in the case of males. In the case of females, what will be there? Each cell will have 22 plus X, because you have XX, both the X's. Now, this process both combined in males and females, it is called gametogenesis, formation of gametes. In males, it is called spermatogenesis, formation of sperms. In females, it is called oogenesis, formation of eggs. Spermatogenesis and oogenesis. That means 50% of the sperms will have 22 plus X, 50% will have 22 plus Y. But all the eggs will be 22 plus X. So, when this sperm combines with this X, it will result in 22 pairs plus XX. The baby will be she. And if this one combines with this one, 22 pairs plus XY. Male baby. That means probability of being a male or a female, a son or a daughter, it is almost 50-50. I didn't say 50-50, I said almost 50-50. Why almost? मुस्कुरा के याद है ना? So, disjunction takes place, chromosome number is reduced to half. That is a rule, but at times the rule is broken. Instead of separating, they go together. All of them can go together, but we take any one example. Let us say these chromosomes, sex chromosomes, they go together, they go here only. They fail to separate. They have to separate, but they fail. N number of reasons are given, but nothing is certain. They fail to separate. This process is called non-disjunction. The two members of a pair, homologous or non-homologous, they go together in a cell. They fail to separate. The process is called non-disjunction. Now, these cells will have 22 plus XY, both have come here, and these will have 22 plus O. O means open space. Fine. Now, when this sperm combines with this egg, that will result in 22 pairs plus XXY, and this one will have 22 pairs plus XO. These are the situations that result in syndromes. Change in chromosome number plus minus 1, plus minus 2, we will discuss in our synthetic theory. That results in conditions that we call syndromes. Actually, when a disease is there, a single gene causes a disease. When a group of genes is involved or a chromosome as a whole is involved, multiple features change is there, that we call syndrome. In disease, only one factor is there. When several effects are there, we call it syndrome, and it is because of multiple genes or whole chromosome. This one is called Klinefelter syndrome, and this one is called Turner syndrome.
हो सकती है ना, मतलब फीमेल डिसजंक्शन में भी सेम प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है।
समझने के लिए तो एक ही करेंगे ना।
तो सर पूछा दोनों
हाँ, वो चारों हो सकते हैं, दोनों ही नहीं। और फिर हर एक के लिए भी वो मल्टीपल हो सकता है, हर क्रोमोसोम्स के लिए, हर पेयर के लिए। देखा है कभी इनको? नहीं देखो। वो चौराहे पे खड़े होके ताली बजा रहे होते हैं, यूनक्स, हिजड़ास। Those with the beard and mustache, they suffer from Klinefelter syndrome, and those without beard and mustache, they have Turner syndrome. आपके सिलेबस में है, और सिलेबस में इतना लंबा चौड़ा सिलेबस दे रखा है, स्ट्रक्चरल एंड न्यूमेरिकल चेंजेस इन क्रोमोसोम्स। करना है आपको डिसजंक्शन, नॉन डिसजंक्शन और क्लिनिकल फीचर्स बस। क्या रेमेडी होगी? कोई रिहेबिलिटेशन हो सकती है इनकी? कोई सोल्यूशन है आपके पास? एनी ट्रीटमेंट, एनी रिहेबिलिटेशन? जोर से बोलो कोई भी। उससे क्या होगा? आपने मैप कर लिया, देख लिया कि एडिशनल क्रोमोसोम है, सो व्हाट? अरे क्रोमोसोम एडिट करना पड़ेगा पूरा, कैसे करोगे? कैसे? मैं रिहेबिलिटेशन पूछ रहा हूँ, आप आज से 20 साल बाद की रिसर्च की बात कर रहे हो। वो सीधी सी बात यह है कि इन दिस पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, पाकिस्तान, स्टिग्मा इज अटैच्ड टू दिस पीपल. Nobody like to mix up with them. In rest of the world, they are an integral part of the society as a whole. So, if you want to have their rehabilitation, you have to change your mindset. They don't need any change. अपनी सोच बदलोगे, अपने आप सब ठीक हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Another thing they ask in general studies also, one more that they ask is Down syndrome. Down syndrome caused by 21 trisomy. 21 trisomy means occurrence of pair number 21 in triple condition. जैसे यहाँ ये सेक्स क्रोमोसोम ट्रिपल कंडीशन में हो गए हैं, 3 हो गए हैं 2 की जगह. हेयर आल्सो पेयर नंबर 21 बिकम्स ट्रिपल कंडीशन. एक पेरेंट से नॉन डिसजंक्शन की वजह से 2 आ जाते हैं 21, तीसरे से तो एक आना ही आना है. सो इंस्टेड यू हैव XXY, सिमिलरली यू कैन हैव 21 trisomy it is called, and which is characterized also known as Mongolism, Mongoloid idiocy. Whatever be your genetic features turn into Mongoloid features. Mongoloids we will discuss in when we talk about race. हाँ, अरे यार यहाँ जैसे 2 इकट्ठे आ गए, इसकी जगह ऊपर वाले इसको 21 मान लो, ये 2 इकट्ठे आ जाएंगे. एक पेरेंट से एक पेरेंट से 2, जैसे ये 2 इकट्ठे आ गए. यहाँ सेक्स क्रोमोसोम है, वहाँ ऑटोसोम है, यही डिफरेंस है. ठीक है? Severe mental retardation and or infertility. Down syndrome. These people suffer from severe mental retardation and or infertility. इनको तो आप रिहेबिलिटेट कर सकते हैं, कोई छोटे मोटे काम सिखा के. कुर्सी बुनना सिखा दिया, दरी बुनना सिखा दिया, चौकीदारी करना सिखा दिया. पर उसमें जो है वो उनको काउंसलिंग नहीं चाहिए, हम लोगों को काउंसलिंग चाहिए. ठीक है? सो कमिंग बैक टू अवर ओरिजिनल डिस्कशन, आई वाज टेलिंग यू दैट इन द केस ऑफ ऑटोसोम्स दे आर होमोलोगस, मीन्स whatever genes are present on one chromosome, the same number of genes, same sequence on the other. Let us say if this is a pair If a gene is present here, it is also present there. Generally, one gene controls the expression of one character. Generally. पता है सबको? पहले क्यों नहीं रहे? कोई बाबा जी का भाषण हो रहा है? Generally, one gene controls the expression of one character. The statement is wrong, but beginners have to be told like that only. बहुत सारे genes होते हैं, बहुत सारे effects होते हैं. To start with, that is the way to start. Generally, one gene controls the expression of one character. Say for example, you have the character eye color. Eye color. How many types of eye color is there? There is only one gene that controls eye color. Eye color is black, dark brown, light brown, blue, green. Means there are several variations. This is because a gene has several variations. A gene has several forms, and different forms of a gene are called alleles. Different forms of a gene are called alleles. वो जीन में जितनी वेरिएशन होंगी, जो वेरिएशन होगी वही एक्सप्रेशन होगा. It will be a bit difficult to understand if we take up an actual example. You know about ABO blood group system? ABO blood groups पता है ना? कितने होते हैं? चलो ये 5 होते हैं. 4 ABO. अभी तक नहीं पता लगा, इतनी उम्र में भी. There are 4 blood groups and there is only one gene that controls this, and it is called ABO gene. ABO gene is there, and there are 3 alleles in ABO gene. These are called A, B and O. Alleles means alternative to each other also. Allele means friend also, companion also. A, B and O. Let us say if this is a location of ABO gene, then any of the 3 can be present here, and any of the 3 can be present here. So, how many combination will be? Any other observation? 8, 6, 4, 9. It is genetically 6, statistically 9. Fine. Like one possibility is that you have A at both the positions, A here and A there. Second is 1A and 1O. A here, O there, or A here, O there, statistically 2, A, O and OA, genetically 1. Third is B at both the places. Fourth is 1B and 1O, again BO and OB, statistically 2. Fifth is O at both the places, and sixth is 1A and 1B, again BA and AB, statistically 2. Fine. Now, when we will study genetics, we will start with Mendelism, and the first law of Mendel is law of dominance. What does it state? That when 2 alleles are present together, one expresses, the other one does not. The one that expresses is dominant, the one that does not is recessive. So, of these 3 alleles, both these are dominant, and O is A and B are dominant. Dominant means it will express whenever it is present. Recessive means will not express in the presence of dominant. So, in the first case the expression would be A. In second case also the expression would be, because O will not express, A is dominant, O is recessive. Similarly, in the next two the expression would be, again here also O won't express. Here there is no dominant and here both are dominant, and that is why you have 4 blood groups A, B, O and AB. Any doubt? Whatever. पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव क्या होता है भाई? RH क्या होता है? ये रिसस क्या होता है? ये कहाँ होता है? नहीं, ये रिसस मंकी होता है कहाँ है? अफ्रीका में होता है, सब कुछ अफ्रीका में होता है। ये दिल्ली में जितने नज़र आ रहे हैं ना सारे रिसस हैं। इनको इंडियन मकाक भी कहते हैं, जीएस में आपसे पूछ सकते हैं, इसलिए मैं I got interested because you may be asked in general studies. It is called Indian macaque. इसका जो बायोलॉजिकल नेम है दैट इज मकाका मोलेटा. About RH we will talk, and we will talk rather in detail. That is another blood group system. There are so many actually. You have ABO, MN, SS, RH, Cal, Duffy, Seleno, HLA, XG.
Bombay.
What is this Bombay blood group? Okay.
One patient who had blood group different from all.
क्या मतलब? तुम्हें सुबह से कोई नहीं मिला? Actually क्या होता है, if you have a blood group A, antigen A is present on your RBC. If you have blood group B, antigen B is present, and when you say blood group O, you say no antigen is present. That is not the case. Actually there is an antigen which is called H. It is present in all. If you are blood group A, you have AH. If you have blood group B, you have BH. If you have blood group O, you don't have H also. H is also absent. Antigen है जैसे A और B है. Because first discovered in Mumbai, so the name was given Bombay blood group. Presently about 400 people in the world, whole of the world, they have this blood group. वो बीमार नहीं है, बट प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन में बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम आएगी, बिकॉज देयर ब्लड ग्रुप कैन बी ट्रांसफर टू देयर ओनली. सो वो कहीं भी जाएंगे तो दे हैव टू रिपोर्ट टू द लोकल पुलिस स्टेशन. वो जहाँ जाते हैं दे हैव टू इन्फॉर्म कि मैं आ गया हूँ, क्योंकि उनको ब्लड ग्रुप की ज़रूरत पड़ जाए या किसी और को उनकी ज़रूरत पड़ जाए. सो दे हैव टू बी इंटरकनेक्टेड. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एलील्स and this is the expression of that combination. ठीक है. Combination of alleles is called genotype. Combination of alleles is called genotype and the expression is called phenotype. Combination of alleles is called genotype, expression is called phenotype. In genotypes, two types of genotypes you can easily identify. Firstly, same allele present on both the positions. If A is there, A is there, B is there, same allele present. If same allele is present, the condition is known as homozygous. Same allele present on both the position of the homologous pair, homozygous. and any two different alleles present, AO, BO, AB, heterozygous. Homozygous, heterozygous. Fine. So, A can be homozygous also, heterozygous also. B can be homozygous also, heterozygous also. O will always be homozygous. AB will always be heterozygous. And that much of terminology you need to understand whole of your evolution, genetics, race and forensic. Let me repeat in brief. Each species is characterized by a definite number of chromosomes that we represent by 2n. In man, n means 23, 22 pairs autosomes, genes present autosomal, 23rd pair sex chromosomes, genes sex linked. Generally, one gene controls the expression of one character. A gene may have several forms called alleles. Same allele present homozygous, different alleles present heterozygous, combination of alleles genotype and expression phenotype. Done.